Hello, great people. Are you there? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching from. Have you seen the headline? Something is developing. We are watching, and we use this to test the new police boss. He said he's going to work. Beavers machine that we are told cannot be altered, cannot be changed, that there is something they are doing about it. And they allege that Umahi is involved in this matter. Wahala deo. You need to watch this video and we'll be right back.
We have called all of you here today to alert the Nigerian public to a developing ugly incident that gravely endangers Nigeria's democracy, rule of law, and the will of the Nigerian people. It has come to the notice of Ndi Odemande that there may be an illicit cartel in the headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission that is allegedly specialized in forgery of beaver reports and other INEC documents for unscrupulous politicians to the detriment of the wishes of the Nigerian electorate. This much was revealed in a petition by aggrieved parties to the Inspector General of Police dated June 13, 2023. Specifically, we note with dismay the grievous allegation that the immediate past governor of Ebonyi State, Chief David Umahi had procured a beavers report and compliance certificate from the aforementioned cartel within INEC to advance for sinister purposes targeted at perverting justice and endangering democracy. We are further alarmed by the accusation that some staff of INEC, namely Mrs. Nena A. Essien, an Assistant Director, Data Management in INEC Headquarters, and one Rekia A. Nazu, a Deputy Director in INEC, amongst others, may have colluded with the former governor of Ebonyi State to procure the alleged fake beavers reports and compliance certificates in his bid to subvert the will of the people of Ebonyi South Senatorial District. This allegation is one that strikes at the heart of Nigeria's democracy and therefore must not be left unattended or be treated with levity, irrespective of the characters that may be involved. Who knows how many more desperate politicians across the length and breadth of our country, Nigeria, that are in possession of similar forged INEC documents procured from this criminal cartel within the commission and jostling to mislead the judiciary in different locations. We are also aware that the acting Inspector General of Police, IGP, a man of high professional standing and integrity, had on his appointment promised, and I quote, to devour the internal enemies of Nigeria like a lion. Consequently, Odemande is convinced that there are no greater enemies of Nigeria than those focused on truncating our democracy and its gains so far. Accordingly, this is a test case for the IGP to prove his commitment and resolve to fight crime and other anti-Nigerian forces.
Consequence upon these revelations, we in the Odemande group use this opportunity to make the following demands from Nigerian authorities in the interest of the integrity of our electoral system and survival of our growing democracy. Number one, we call on the Acting Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetokun, in line with his vow to resolve to fight the enemies of Nigeria. Of course, we recall that he said he's like a tiger that will fight the enemies of Nigeria, to immediately constitute a crack forensic team to investigate these grave allegations, and if found to be true, to ensure that the perpetrators of this evil against the people of Nigeria are brought to book immediately. Secondly, we demand on the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to openly cooperate with the police and the Nigerian public, as well as other relevant law enforcement agents, to unravel the allegation in the interest of the integrity of the commission and the development of our country. Thirdly, we call on all the courts of justice handling the election petitions, especially in the case of Ebonyi State, to be on their alert and ensure that they are not hoodwinked or smeared by unscrupulous and desperate politicians, but discharge their duties according to law, and most importantly, on the strength of verifiable and valid evidences that will be presented before it, in the interest of justice and rule of law. Finally, we also want to use this opportunity to call on the media, the civil society organizations, Ebonyi people, and indeed the general public to be vigilant and stand by democracy by impressing it upon INEC, the police, and indeed the judiciary, which has been largely described as the last hope of the common man, to ensure that justice must prevail. An injury to one Nigerian is an injury to all.
Well, that is it. You've heard that. There's a cartel in INEC that is involved in, based on the alarm these guys have raised. They are alleging that Umahi is involved in an attempt. Okay, the election tribunal is going on. Election tribunal is a constitutional tribunal set up to fix errors after the election. Now, we are afraid of the judiciary. We are afraid of the people who rigged the election still coming to the tribunal. Now look at what the point these guys raised. These guys are coming to the tribunal with fake documents. And mostly, it will be admitted as evidence. So they are telling the tribunal to be sharp this time around. They should watch carefully. This group is called Odema Ndi Ebonyi. Already you heard INEC has deleted everything. They said they wiped off everything in the beavers, but during the court proceedings, they said only 3% was wiped off. We are even afraid of everything now. Meanwhile, it seems the Labour Party has concluded their case. I don't know about the state levels and other levels, House of Assembly and House of Representatives. But based on the alarm raised by these guys, there are plans to alter it. They said they mentioned Umahi linking up with certain top INEC staffs to get beavers papers, procure it now, and this will be presented as evidence and court will admit it as exhibits. So I was wondering how certain people even won this election. Yes, they said Umahi did this, Umahi did that. But I'm still wondering how he won election in Ebonyi. Sincerely. Having crossed over to another party, doing this and that, I'm still wondering how he won. And look at the alarm these guys are raising already. They are procuring through INEC staff, through a cartel in INEC, procuring materials for the election, fresh materials, and the ones that have been worked on now. They forge INEC documents because they are the top. They know how the source of the documents and how the commission came by those documents. So they are making use of this. Now this group is calling the IGP to look into this matter. Well, I am not confidently sure the police will do their work unless the police will start doing their work at this time. Because who even appointed the IG? The president, Tinubu. So how did he get there? Do you think he will work against the system that brought him? I don't know. Let the police, like he promised while taking up office, like he promised, let's see what they can do. The judiciary, I'm still even afraid of them. The judiciary has to do well to prove to Nigerians that we should start putting our trust in them again. They say the judiciary is the last hope of the common man, but I don't know whether it is so in Nigeria. We are afraid. We have seen certain judgments as coming from Nigeria's judiciary. Even with your evidences and everything, you are afraid that they can still manipulate everything. On that day, they will read their long notes and tell you this and that. So, these guys are raising alarm. There's a plan to manipulate results for Ebonyi, as he mentioned, Abakaliki and Izzi. And I think forwarding some documents that are unoriginal and presenting them as evidence and will be admitted as exhibits. At the end of the day, the winner might not be seen as a winner again. Then, at the end of the day, too, the wrong people that were not voted for will be validated. They will head for the house. So much things are wrong. So many things. As far as I know, we are in the hands of God. I am yet to believe the judiciary. Not yet. Not now. And I'm yet to trust the police in these matters. There are certain matters I'll trust the police to do well. But let's see if the IGP will. Despite the system that brought him, let's see what he will do concerning this matter. Viewers, what do you think? Add your comment on the comment section. Tell us what you think about this manipulations that is going on. We allegedly in conniver with top INEC people, procuring a document, sourcing documents, and replacing the real say of the people. Oh my God. There is nothing that you will not hear in this country. But add your comment. Let's see what you think. And please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more updates. Bye-bye for now.